video, we are going to start our second lesson, food and health. Food and health. So here, one boy named Rohit, he gets tiredness after playing for a little while, and he does not take proper diet, and he gets illness frequently, means he gets cold or fever frequently. And here one more boy is named as Sanjay. He eats all types of food varieties and he can play for a long time without getting any tiredness, and he gets illness rarely. So what is the difference between the Rohit and Sanjay? In our friend circle also we can observe Rohit like members and Sanjay like members. Rohit like members means they can get tiredness after playing for some time, they will get illness frequently. And Sanjay like boys, Sanjay like friends are, they don't get any illness, means they get rarely illness, and they eat all types of food varieties and they can play for long time without getting any tiredness. So what is the main difference between the Rohit and Sanjay? What is the main difference? Here only the difference is their diet. Here Rohit is not at all eating proper food. Here Sanjay is eating proper food, means he is not selecting the food items. He is taking the balanced diet. We should be like Sanjay, not like Rohit. Here also some members, they don't like the bottle gourd, they don't like the bitter gourd, they don't like the brinjal, they don't like the lady's finger, they don't like the drumstick. So we should not select the food items like this. We must take all the types of vegetables, fruits to lead healthy life. Our body needs balanced diet to stay healthy. Not only balanced diet, our body needs 4 things to stay healthy. First one, balanced diet, and second one, regular exercises, and third one, enough rest, and fourth one, protection from the diseases. Protection from diseases. So these are the 4 factors that our body needs to stay healthy. What are those? Balanced diet, regular exercises, enough rest, and protection from diseases. First one, balanced diet. What is balanced diet? In 4th class we already learnt about this balanced diet. What is balanced diet? The diet which contain all the nutrients in right amount is called balanced diet. What is balanced diet? The diet which contain all the nutrients in right amount is called balanced diet. So what are these nutrients? Nutrients are the substances that present in our food and they provide the nourishment to our body. These are called nutrients. These are the some important nutrients: carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, rough phase, and water. First one, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates acts as a fuel to the central nervous system and they gives energy to our muscles, for our muscles to work, and these carbohydrates helps us for the proper functioning of our brain, and the carbohydrates shows the influence on our mood and as well as on energy. And some studies says that these carbohydrates are linked to the decision making. So we must take these carbohydrates in daily basis. And these carbohydrates are macronutrients. Macronutrients means our body needs large amount of carbohydrates. And how much quantity of carbohydrates we must take? As per NIH, National Institute of Health, we must take 135 grams of carbohydrates. The people who work hard who do the more physical work, they need more and more carbohydrates. Why? Because these carbohydrates gives energy to our muscles to work, for our muscles to work. So these carbohydrates are also called as energy giving food. Energy giving food. And where onwards we get these carbohydrates? From rice, wheat, potato, sweet potato, cereals and pulses provides these carbohydrates. And if you do not take the sufficient amount of carbohydrates, our body takes the protein as fuel. So if you do not take the sufficient amount of carbohydrates, our body takes the proteins as fuel. It causes the stress on the kidneys and leads to the passage of painful byproducts in urine. So we must take carbohydrates in sufficient amount. And next one, fats. So fats also provides energy, and fats provides more energy than the carbohydrates. From where we get these fats? From cheese, butter, oils and sugars. Nuts provides the fats to us. What is the importance of these fats? So fats helps us to keep our body warm, and it provides the energy to our body. So fats are also called as energy giving food. Fats are also called as energy giving food. And we should not take the more fats. Why? Because if you take more and more fats, it causes overweight. So in limit, we must take the fats in limit. And third one, proteins. These proteins are macronutrients, means our body needs these proteins in large amount. These proteins are very essential for the maintenance and building of our tissues and muscles. And these proteins are made up of some compounds. Those compounds are called amino acids. So proteins are made up of amino acids. These proteins helps us to build the muscles and tissues. That's why children need more protein than the adults. Why? Because the growth and development is more in children than the adults. So children need more proteins than the adults. And if you take less amount of proteins, it leads to low growth or weakened immune system. So children must take these proteins in sufficient amount. So where else we get these proteins? We get these proteins from meat, egg, milk, pulses and so on. So proteins are also called as body building food. Body building food. Next one, vitamins. So vitamins are micronutrients, means our body needs less amount of vitamins. These vitamins are divided into some types based on their function. So what are they? Vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin K. And these vitamins helps our body to fight against the diseases. These vitamins make our body fit. We need these vitamins in less amount for proper functioning of metabolic activities. So that's why these vitamins are called as protective food. Protective food. So where onwards we get these vitamins? We get vitamins from the leafy vegetables, fruits, and next one, minerals. These are also micronutrients, means our body needs very little amount of minerals, calcium, sodium, phosphorus, iron, iodine or zinc are the some minerals. Here about calcium, we know about calcium. Calcium is very essential for the formation of bones as well as teeth. So where else we get this calcium? We get calcium from the dairy products, leafy green vegetables and salmons and sardines. And next one, iron. So we must take the sufficient amount of iron. This iron helps to increase the hemoglobin in our blood. What is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is present in our blood and it carries the oxygen from lungs to throughout the body. So if we have more hemoglobin means oxygen carrying capacity will be more. If we have less hemoglobin, the oxygen carrying capacity will be less. So to increase our hemoglobin, to increase the oxygen carrying capacity, we must take the iron in sufficient amounts. If you do not take this iron in sufficient amount, you may get anemia. That means lack of blood. So where onwards we get this iron? We get the iron from green leafy vegetables, meat, liver, jaggery and some fruits like guava and so on. So our next mineral is zinc. Zinc mineral is very important for the cell growth. So zinc helps us to heal the wounds as well as cuts. Where else we get this zinc? We get the zinc from meat, pork and beef. And next one, phosphorus. So what is the use of this phosphorus? Phosphorus helps us to proper working of the muscles as well as nervous system. Where else we get this phosphorus? We get the phosphorus from banana, tomato, potato and some legumes and citrus fruits. And next one, iodine. Iodine is also a type of mineral. And if you do not take the sufficient amount of iodine, you may get the goiter disease. Goiter diseases mean swelling of your neck. So to prevent this disease, we must take the iodine. Where onwards we must take the iodine? So iodine is present in our salt. So we must use iodized salt to prevent the diseases like goiter. These are some important minerals. So minerals also called as protective food. Protective food. And next one, rough phase. What is rough phase? In third class we learned that rough phase is nothing but fiber that present in our food. The fiber that present in our food is called rough phase. What is the use of this rough phase? So this rough phase helps in the proper functioning of our digestive system. Where else we get this rough phase? This rough phase is present only in the plant products. That means vegetables, fruits, leaves, like that. This rough phase is absent in animal products like milk, meat, egg. And next one, water. 3/4 of our body is composed of water. So for that we must take the sufficient amount of water. These are the some important nutrients. So carbohydrates and fats are also called as energy giving food. Why? Because they gives energy for proper working of our muscles. Next, proteins. Proteins are called body building food. It helps in the building of our body. Next, vitamins and minerals. These are called protective food. So why? Because vitamins and minerals helps our body to fight against the diseases to keep our body fit. Next one, rough phase. It helps in the proper digestion and water. Water is very essential for our survival. The second one, regular exercises. And muscles become very weak and flabby if you do not use them for long time. So these regular exercises helps our body to make it fit and to tone up our muscles. and while doing these exercises, air is pumped in and out at faster rate. That time we takes more oxygen, we releases more carbon dioxide and water vapor. So our heart beats in faster rate and circulates the blood in faster rate. So these regular exercises helps our brain. So how they are helping? By supplying the more and more oxygen to the brain, these exercises are helping the nervous system. So these regular exercises make our body fit. All the members should do the exercises on daily basis to proper development and proper tone up of your body muscles. And next one, posture is also important. Our body posture. What is posture? The position of our body, in which way we hold it while sitting, while standing, while moving. This is very important. Maintenance of the posture is very important. So why? Because this posture gives the graceful appearance to our body. So while sitting and while standing, we should be straight, and while moving, we should move upright. So this is about regular exercises. And next one, enough rest. So for proper working of our body, we must give enough rest to our body. Around 8 hours sleep we must need. So if you take enough rest, we can feel very fresh and we can ready back to our work. Sleep also gives the time to our body for growth and cells repair. And next one, protection from diseases. About this topic we will discuss in next video. Thank you.